Hi, everyone. It is me, Tuxedo Mass, Darian here. And today we're going to talk about if Sailor Moon had a Yule Outstanding saga. Not in the not in. The truth is, no, there was none. At least not for the drawing show, which had 5 followings to itself. It really happened in one of the two diff films. Believe it or not, Sailor Moon S Hearts on Ice is the nearest thing you get to a Yule following a Sailor Moon. Now, a lot of folks are going to have their beliefs to why Sailor Moon didn't have no Yule outstanding one. The nearest thing you get is Sailor Moon as Hearts on Ice. And I'll tell you why. It takes dead somewhere in the wintertime, but then again, just being in the wintertime doesn't make it Yule. And the only one little thing that that binds it in for being a Yule outstanding is that I show up as Father Yule. I say Happy Yule and a Happy New Year. Now, this is where both Pioneer and Viz, they shift after this, what I say. But that's the only thing it makes it a Yule outstanding one. Beyond that, it really is not, beyond that. Now, a lot of folks out there are going to say, yeah. They're going to say, oh, Sailor Moon didn't have any holy day or holy day outstanding sagas or drawing films because not everyone does the same holy days, and that's true. But I don't think that was the grounds to why there never was one. And to be earnest with you, I don't see why they could not do it. Now, I know a lot of folks are going to say that that's not really a Yule outstanding one, but think of it. It takes dead somewhere in winter, but then again, being in winter doesn't make it a Yule outstanding saga. And yeah, I show up. Sailor Moon and Sailor Mini Moon, or Sailor Moon and Little Moon, are fighting the Snow Skippers or Steppers, which are the underlings to, whatever her name is, Snow Queen, whatever her name is, I don't really know. Forgive me for that. And she wants to freeze the world, but sadly, she was casted out into outer room before she could do it. So when she got back to Earth, she wanted to carry it out again. And right before one of them strikes, I throw a red rose. And at first, Sailor Moon and Sailor Mini Moon look into the sky, and Sailor Mini Moon goes, oh, Santa Claus? And then Sailor Moon says, Holy Fella Nicholas, because it looks like that's what's going on, But then the truth shows that it was nothing more than some kind of wind ship that had blow up reindeer to it with some kind of, blades in the back, blowers in the back. And yes, I'm clothed myself as Santa Claus, and I get up and say, Happy Yule, and then take the clothes off and say, I wish a Happy New Year. And then I go on to say that winter is a hard time of year, and we know and we deal with it, and we trust it. But you having forever winter is wrong. Yeah, that one little thing is as far as you get for it being a Yule outstanding, because there's nothing else that's going to come up with it being Yule. Yes, that's it. And you would think that Sailor Moon having 5 followings to itself, as well as 5 followings of a drawing show, 3 drawing films, and some outstanding sagas, which only Viz seemed to get the rights to work with, since Pioneer and Deke and Cloverway never did. And that's the only thing you get near to being Yule, unless you reckoning the song discs that came out. And that's about it. Now, why Sailor Moon never got no Yule outstanding is beyond me. And some folks in the Sailor Moon followership, and some folks not, will get their thoughts and think, well, Sailor Moon didn't want to do that, didn't want to have a Yule outstanding, because not everyone does Yule. And that's true. Not everybody does the same holy day. Some do Yule, some do the Gathering of Lights, some do the Gathering of Followership, and whatever, you know. But that couldn't have been it, because the Might Keepers even had Yule outstandings. 2 in the first Siobhan ownership, the 2 in the first 8 years of the Siobhan Glee ownership, none during the 8 years of the Walt Disney business ownership, and many during the next 8 Siobhan Wealth Team ownership, and some during the Hasbro business 6 years of Hasbro business ownership. So if the Might Keepers could do it, Sailor Moon didn't really have that forgiveness, Now, I know that a lot of folks out there are going to say that, how did I even clothe myself as Father Yule? I don't know. Somehow I did. Somehow I shape-shift into Tuxedo mask, and next thing you know, somehow I clothed myself as Father Yule, and somehow gotten onto a wind ship that looked like the sleigh and the 8 reindeer. And somehow I just happened to know where Sailor Moon and Sailor Mini Moon were at to throw the rose at the right time. I'm not going to talk about how I pulled all that off. It was a lot of hard work. But that's the only thing that you get to a Yule outstanding in the Sailor Moon followership is Sailor Moon as the film Hearts on Ice, which was put both on film and on disc, So, yeah. So, anyway, it is what it is. Let me know why you think there never was a Sailor Moon Yule outstanding, and that the only nearest thing you get to one was Sailor Moon S, the film Hearts on Ice, which is stated somewhere after or before or somewhere in the middle of Sailor Moon S, I guess, or sometime after it. I don't know. All right, buddy. All right, everybody else. All right, everyone. I'll see you later.